It is a hotter than normal Texas summer, and our chickens are suffering from the heat a bit. So we're going to try to devise a new shade method for them and see how it works out on our pastured poultry, see if we can give them a little relief from the midday heat. So we're going to use some of the buckets, farmers markets, and a couple of tarps and some zip ties or cords. So we're going to see if we can set up a little bit of extra shade out in the field for them. We usually like to move them every couple of weeks, but our ground is so dry and so much like concrete, it's impossible to drive the stakes in for the poultry netting. So we're unable to move them right now. There's no way to drive all the posts into the ground. So they're having to stay where they are. And we're going to just try to give them a little bit more shade and see if we can make them a little bit more comfortable. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and it is already, I think it was 80, 85, something like that. And our temperatures this week are going to range between 102 and 105. Yesterday was about the same. And I was driving in my truck out on the highway, it was 109. So super hot, super dry, and just struggling to make sure the animals stay as hydrated and gives them a little bit of extra shade so we can give them some relief from the heat. All right, so we have a smaller tarp. I think it's 12 by 16. These guys get a little bit of shade in the morning next to this coop, but that is east. So by the midday, all of the shade out here is gone. This will be super hot. We're going to try to get them some shade set up here.
How do we leave that out? Pretty stinking huge, Dave. There it is. Green on top. Or should we put green on the bottom to make it feel like it?
All right, so
Let's do green on the bottom.
you want green on the bottom?
It's prettier on the inside.
Well, for the moment, just grab this carabiner that's on here. Put it through the.
There's two carabiners, one on here and one on
Use the one on the handle.
the handle.
You can put a bucket or something underneath it to. I grabbed two of those, but I guess I didn't. Actually, we have an old roost. We'll get our other roost that we used to use out here and put a couple bungees on that. Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, there's so much more concrete. Ooh, cinder blocks.
Yeah, we'll grab a couple cinder blocks.
I don't want to do that next.
Yeah. All right.
Put one of those thingies on it, and then we can go get cinder blocks. Doesn't mean it's gonna. There you go.
All right. We'll grab a couple cinder blocks to hold that down, but it's not pretty. Not pretty at all, but we'll have a little bit of extra shade. hopefully that'll stay on there until we can get some relief from the heat. Doesn't have to be high or tall off the ground because they'll get up underneath there. I think this one, since we put it on this side, will catch the wind. But
This
should work.
side is the afternoon sunset. Where all the blazing heat comes from.
Hey, there's an egg on the ground.
Oh goodness.
You're gonna have to talk to these girls about where they lay.
They're all scared. There's something new coming in. Not a bucket. We don't know what that is.
So much for that silver staying together. Kind of old. You brought more zip ties?
I did. I bought a lot more zip ties. I'm gonna put them right here on the thing. Oh look, we have a reflective side.
Yeah, we'll put the silver side up. Alright, so it looks like they're getting used to it. They're not so freaked out by the tarp. I think maybe they get it. Extra shade, because they are all grouped underneath it already. Let's see if you guys can, if I can zoom in there, you can see. So yeah, they're already appreciating the shade, and the food is under there too, so that helps. So we'll see how that works out, and hopefully that'll help keep them a little bit cooler in the heat. So you can see we have had no rain, probably 2 months or more. And we have cracks out here. You could lose one of the chickens in. These cracks are just, I don't know, 3 inches across in some places. But this ground out here is literally like concrete. It's very cracked, dried out, and just no way that we can re-drive the poultry netting fence stakes into that ground. They're just not made to be hammered like that. And look at these cracks out here. It's just nuts. Extreme heat and no rain. So,
It's okay. There's a little bit of green still.
but there we go. Again, not pretty, but hopefully it will provide some additional shade out here in the field.